My stepmom said I was too unstable to be in the family trust until she realized I was the trustee. My father died when I was 23, leaving behind a $4.2 million estate and a will that surprised everyone, especially Vanessa, his wife of 6 years. At the reading, the lawyer explained that I'd been named trustee of the entire family trust. Vanessa's face went white. "That can't be right," she stammered. "He told me she was too unstable to handle money." She wasn't wrong about what he'd told her. I'd spent my teenage years in and out of therapy after my mother's death. Depression, anxiety, the works. Vanessa loved reminding everyone at family dinners. "We have to be patient with her," she'd say, touching my father's arm. "She's fragile." My half-brother Theo, her son from her first marriage, would smirk across the table. What Vanessa didn't know was that my father and I had reconciled during his final year. While she was busy redecorating the house and planning elaborate vacations, I was driving him to chemo appointments. We'd sit in those sterile rooms for hours and he'd tell me everything. How he regretted believing Vanessa's stories about me. How she'd isolated him from me after their wedding. How he'd recently discovered she'd been siphoning money from his accounts. "I'm changing everything," he told me 3 months before he died. "But you can't tell her. She'll contest it if she knows." I signed the papers as witness and trustee. The lawyer was an old friend of his, someone Vanessa had never met. My father was thorough. He knew exactly what he was doing. At the reading, Vanessa's lawyer tried to argue that I was mentally incompetent. The family lawyer simply slid my credentials across the table. MBA from Wharton, CPA license, 6 years as a financial analyst at Goldman Sachs. "Your client has been receiving $15,000 monthly from the trust," the lawyer continued. "But those payments stop today unless the trustee approves them." I looked at Vanessa. "I found the offshore accounts," I said quietly. "The ones you opened in Theo's name. $340,000 transferred from Dad's business account over 3 years. Her face changed. "That was for legitimate business expenses." "The forensic accountant didn't think so. Neither did Dad when I showed him the records." Theo stood up. "This is bullshit. Dad would never—" "Dad left you $50,000, I interrupted. "Which is generous considering you dropped out of college twice on his dime and haven't worked in 4 years. That money is in a separate account. You'll get it in monthly installments until it runs out." I turned to Vanessa. "You get to keep the house. That was Dad's final gift to you, even after everything. But the trust funds his foundation now, the one supporting mental health research. You know, for people like me who are too unstable." She tried to fight it. Hired 3 different lawyers. Each one reviewed the will and told her the same thing. It was airtight. My father had documented everything. Her spending, the transfers, even the conversations where she'd called me crazy to anyone who would listen. He'd been recording everything for months. Vanessa sold the house last year and moved to Florida. Theo got a job, surprisingly. The foundation has funded 12 research projects and provided therapy to 300 people who couldn't afford it. And me? I'm still trustee. Still too unstable to be trusted with money, according to some people. But I managed just fine.